Music Access.
And the second hour for Music Access has begun. In just a bit, we're going to be back with our guest Benji of B.I.G for our Monday Music Charts. So here's how you guys can listen and participate. If you're using a computer, just visit our website, www.arirangradio.com, and you can listen and watch the program that is live on air. All you need to do is click on the banner that says Music Access, which will take you to our homepage where you can leave your messages, song requests, and also participate in our weekly corners on our send message. And also you guys can listen through Arirang Jeju FM, but this is only available to our listeners living in the Jeju-do Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo City, and 101.9 for the Daejeong area. And you can also listen to us through a smartphone application in DMB, Ustream, TuneIn, etc. All you need to do is download the app Arirang Radio, and you can use our services there. Alright, so we're gonna listen to a song real quick before we come back with Benji and get straight into our Monday Music Charts. Here is Sriracha by Martine.
Going to introduce many kinds of albums charts.
By topics, by times of places, Monday Music Charts. Oh, what's good, Benji?
You know, we just chilling in the studio. I was gonna try to pull up my like Snoop Dogg impression, and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work here. That's not gonna fly out on radio.
What you been up to, man? How you been?
Yo, man, just same old, same old. I've just like trying to be like, you know, work on the craft, man. Trying to figure out like
working on the craft.
Trying to figure out how to sidechain, man.
I mean, I was at Benji's studio not too long ago. Man, this dude is super talented.
The studio's talented?
No, you.
No.
Like you let me listen to like this one piece where you are just shredding the piano, man.
Oh yeah, so I'm like they call me young piano man.
Young piano man.
You know how like
you gotta put young or Lil in front of your name.
You gotta do it, man. I mean that's the trend. You know, you got Lil Pump, Lil Peep, Lil everything.
Young Thug,
Lil Chicken Nuggets,
Young Gun,
Young Chicken Nuggets. YCN, Young Chicken Nugget photo. Crew.
So we actually had a message sent in to us. I'll read this. Mandy from the USA said, "Hey Bernard and Benji, how you guys doing today?
Good.
I heard Benji tends to be pretty charismatic when he meets people.
Sexy.
I wonder if it's true. Can you confirm, Bernard? I feel like I am the same way, but after I am acquainted with someone, I might feel a little awkward, which is weird. Since you guys are or both have been hosts at Arirang before, do you guys do anything to overcome your awkwardness when on air or with other people? Hope you have a great day. Much love."
Much love.
So thank you, Mandy, for sending in your message.
For sure.
So Benji,
yes sir.
He has, I mean, in Korean you would say like 친근감, I think. It's like
sexiness.
Yeah, I get, nah, not really, but but what it is, it's like even though you met him for the first time, it just seems like you've known him for a while. Like he has like a friendliness to him where like it's really easy to kind of get to know him and become really close with him, which I've always been jealous of people like that. Because I'm not like that, I don't feel like.
But then again, if you're close with everybody, who are you really close to?
True.
Facts, you're dropping bombs. No, but for real though, I remember, because there's a very big difference though between meeting people on like a broadcast versus meeting people in real life. Because on broadcast, you have to be the most open self you are. To a certain extent, you know, people say, you know, there's a certain amount of fake and scripted. But at the same time, a lot of people's real personalities are what comes through. And then when it comes to meeting people, just like on casual meetings, you know, you could get nervous. You know, I get nervous sometimes. But then one thing that I try to do to get over that is think, if I'm not the first person to do that, and theoretically, if this other person isn't like the most forward person when it comes to social things, better for me to just put something out there. And there's no one in this entire world who's gonna spit in your face if you walk up and you're like, yo, it's nice to meet you. You look great today. I like your shirt.
I respect that though, because I've always had a hard time doing that, like meeting people for the first time. For me, I mean, even if I think back in like school days, I was always a quiet one, just sitting in the back. Like I had friends. I wasn't like a a loner. Like it's not like I was like a loser or
Yeah.
anything like that. It's just I don't know. I kind of liked minding my own business, and then just kind of lurk from behind. Lurking from behind kind of
That's-
seems a little creepy.
That's weird. That's weird
It
phrasing,
kinda-
man.
Yeah, but like it's just like I don't know. I didn't want.
No, I get it though.
Yeah.
It's because like there's other people's business,
Mhm.
and then there's like you don't really have to be
Mhm.
in the center of the spotlight all the time.
Mhm.
And I'm the kind of guy that's like, if there's not some kind of social activity going around,
Mhm.
then I'm like super bored
Mhm.
a lot of the time.
And I always had like I don't know why, but I always wanted to try to be different. So like I didn't really while I was going to school, I didn't really get along with a lot of the other Asians, Koreans, and stuff like that. So just because I was like, why do they only hang out with just Korean people? Like Korean people tend to do that a lot of the times.
Yeah.
From what I've noticed, it's they just kind of like if you look at like the lunch setting in the cafeteria,
Wow, cafeteria.
like all the Korean kids just sit in one area and they don't mingle with anybody else.
It's possible. No, because another thing though is like it doesn't matter what kind of regardless of gender, race, whatever situation it is, you tend to revolve or collect around what's common with you. Whatever you share common factors with. And of course in high school, junior high, people are not going to be judging based on personality because no one's had any real world
Nobody's that
experience.
mature in
It's like,
high school.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's wearing a hoodie that's the same brand that I have. Oh, we're homies now. Or oh, he kind of looks like me. Or we have similar, taste in something. And I think that kind of adds up to what you're talking about. How people tend to collect around a certain, grouping.
All right, so continuing on with our Monday music charts. Today's
show.
topic is 5 most shocking candidates for idol group names.
Oh gosh.
So we're going to tell you which one came from 5th to 2nd, and then you, our listeners, are going to have to tell us which one ranked number 1 on the charts. Benji and I don't know which one hit number 1, so you guys are going to have to help us out. One lucky person, if you guys get the answer correct, we're going to be sending a selfie to you. So make sure to get those answers in ASAP. So, Benji,
Yes,
you're in
sir.
a group called B.I.G.
Yes.
Do you remember, or were you a part of, or have you heard about like when or what they were trying to make the name as?
I made the name
You made the name?
because originally it was Best Idol Group.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, there's no way in HE double hockey sticks we gonna do that.
Oh, that's pretty.
Because there's BAP is Best Absolute Perfect.
Oh, is it?
That's what BAP is.
Uh-huh.
And so when BIG is like Best Idol Group,
Uh-huh.
I mean, Best Idol Group, yeah, sure, it's a good adjective you might want to put on your group, but to be named that,
Uh-huh.
and like, no, I can't play with that. So I tried to come up with something that was a little bit more, a little bit not off, too off the beaten path, but something that kind of shared something. So there was like Boys in Groove, Boys in Gangsta. That sounds weird now that I think about it. Or like, it was mostly boys though, because the B had to be something
yeah.
evolving, and you can't be like, there's a lot of swear words that start with B or something, but you can't use those. So boys in something, or like best intellectual gangster.
Gangsta.
Gangsta.
Best individual. I don't even know, dude. But because my name is just my name.
Yeah.
So like
You couldn't. You didn't. There were any like, oh, you should be called, like Lil BP or something.
Nah, because my name has always been pretty. It's a unique name.
It is a unique name.
Both my names, my Korean name and my English name, are all unique. So it's just like I never really had to do anything outside of that to kind of have like bring like a uniqueness.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, I'm the only Bernard that I know personally.
Yeah, actually, yeah. The
Mhm.
only other Bernard I know that's like even I don't know is
There's a lot of people with the last name Bernard.
Andy Bernard.
I don't know
Oh,
who
that's
that-
from the show The Office.
Oh,
My
is
bad.
it?
Sorry, she's not even a real person.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of like mine. Originally I hated my name growing up just because I had a lot of kids making fun of it.
Because it's very classy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very classy name.
And I was like, who's this Asian kid with like the most, like
British name.
Yeah, I think it's
Is
a
it
French
British?
name.
It's French?
It's a French name, from
That
what I
now,
understand.
the-
Yeah, from what I know. But yeah, it was pretty weird.
I like the name.
Appreciate it, man.
For sure.
All right, so we're gonna ask each other 3 questions, and there's gonna be 2 answer choices to choose from. So Benji, you know how it is. You ready?
Yes, sir.
First name is I like another singer's stage name. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of
There's a lot
great
of cool
stage
ones.
names.
Like, I think G Dragon is a pretty good name.
And it was because, I mean, it's his real name's Chi Yong.
Yeah,
right?
like
So-
he made it really
yeah.
well. And like he shortens it to like GD, and it's like it's very. You know, if you look up, like in Korean, the 글자 GD on like the Korean search engine or like music apps, it still shows up as G Dragon.
Oh, does it?
It does, dude.
Mm.
Like that's how like ingrained it's become. Or like what's another name? Well, like what kind of names did you like?
I mean, it's really hard to like name off the top of my head. IU. Because a lot of artists that I listen to, they just use their real name, or it just sounds like their real name. 2 Chainz. There's a lot of funny name Atlanta rappers, at least, like Waka Flocka.
Waka Flocka Flay.
Like, how do they even, like, sometimes it's just like, how do they even think of these names?
I don't know, man. But think about it. Like before he's like going, like the beats come in there. It's like, yo, turn me up in the headphones, bro. And he goes, wow, bow, 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 bow.
It's pretty funny though.
Dude, Korea has some interesting names too, though. Like there's a lot of J's, like J something.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then there's only like 5-6 last names to choose from anyway, so there's probably like 6 J Parks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like J Hope. My member's J Hoon. There's probably like a J Cool. Then you got
J.
JB
Cool.
Smooth.
There's a lot of Chin Youngs.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jin Youngs.
All right, next question is, my company originally wanted me to go by a different stage name. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
No. Because there's no Benji in K-pop.
Benji, yeah, true.
There's no Bernard in K-pop.
Yeah, and like I already had like my name as Bernard out there because of the TV program.
Oh yeah, true.
So I don't think they wanted it. They kind of wanted to keep it the same so people knew who I was. or
Actually,
something like that.
I thought about just doing one syllable, like cool, like Ben. But there is a Ben. Like the
girl
female,
Ben?
yeah, the girl Ben.
She's an amazing singer though.
She's really good. And she's
so
cute.
Mm-hmm.
She's so adorable.
Last question is, I'm good at remembering people's names. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
No, I'm so bad.
It depends. You want me to teach you the trick?
How?
You gotta focus on that person's name just 3 times, and then you'll have it like 70% of the time. So it's like, let's say we meet, and it's like, oh, what's up? I'm Benji, and then you'd be like, I'm Bernard, and that's how most conversations end. I don't even remember the name if I do that, but it's like, oh, what's your name one more time? Bernard. Bernard.
It's
I got
easier
it.
for me to remember English names,
Oh, true.
but Korean names are always really hard for me.
You know what is like most upsetting though? When you don't remember someone's name, and then they act really like hurt about it. Like even if it's
You
a
just
joke,
feel
you
so
feel really bad.
bad.
And then I guarantee you that person doesn't know your name.
I don't know, because a lot of people remember my name. I never really had people remembering my name because it's so uncommon.
Unique. It is unique though.
But like I remember it was just because in Korean, the culture in general, you never really use their names that often.
Yeah.
You just say hyung, 누나.
No.
Unless
yeah.
if it's like maybe 동생s, you kind of use like the people younger, you might use their names. But then still, like a lot of the people that are older than you rarely use it.
No, that actually happened. I remember I used to call someone like something nim, and then it changed to hyung, and then after like a year, I forgot what their name was. Like I'd have to look in like the
Seriously?
chat thing to like see. Oh yeah, that was their name.
Definitely, I know exactly what
It
you
happens,
mean.
guys. If you come to Korea and you like go to like ohakdang for like 6 months, you understand what it means because of the honorific system that exists in the language, you start forgetting certain names.
True.
Like it's just because that's how like it works, because I don't have to say yo Bernard, I can just say yo, yeah, or like hyung or whatever.
Another way is just get their phone number and just like if they have the app that the Korean people use and it has like a picture or something like that. That helps me a lot too.
It does. Except a lot of people they like put like their name as like D or like dot or something, and then
or
you're
like
just
a
like
little emoji or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
just
I'm just
like,
who is this person?
hey, what's up? How you been? You?
It's like those times when you get like a phone call from a number that you don't know.
Yeah, and then
So I just save it as like a random name, and then I try to, and then it adds their ID
yeah.
automatically, and then that's how I kind of figure out sometimes though. All right, so we're gonna listen to a song real quick before we come back and get straight into our top 5 charts. Here is Havana by Camila Cabello featuring Young Thug. And that was Havana by Camila Cabello featuring Young Thug. Alright, so today we're talking about 5 most shocking candidates for idol groups' names. So Benji, you want to start that up for us today?
Let's do it for 5 most shocking candidates for idol groups' names. The 5th person is... 동방신기 TVXQ.
I remember I had a hard time remembering their names just because they were all 4-letter names.
Yeah, because they're all based on the Chinese characters.
But 동방신기 had candidate names such as 동방
불패.
or the Invincible from the East, 전설을 먹고 사는 고래, or a whale which feeds on legends. What? 오장육부, or the Guts, SM5, and the Dream Team.
Why is it SM5 when there are only 4? Maybe it's like they're the 5th team to debut from SM?
I thought the SM5 was a car.
It is a car.
It's like a Korean brand.
Maybe they wanted a car.
Maybe.
They wanted that.
Maybe they're trying to get the sponsorship.
Yeah.
But there was also a TV show where the celebrities got to do and experience another job for around 72 hours. Yuna tried being a kindergarten teacher.
Word.
And then while Chaegang Changmin tried to be a chef.
Ooh.
If you could, I guess, experiment and try out a different career for maybe like 3 days, 72 hours, what would you want to try? And
I want to be the guy who does ad-libs for hip-hop tracks.
ad-libs for a dude.
The guy who's like, you got the... Hey, rocking the bit.
So pretty much designer.
Oh, live it. Yeah.
That'll be loud. That'll be pretty fun.
72 hours, man. Your voice is gonna be so gone. But think about how cool you are. Like you're listening to Beyonce's new track, and you're like, "Yo, that's me in the back. I'm swagging."
It's like I was a part of like a #1 hit song, and
Let's
then you just had like a few like sound effects in the back,
or be like the producer tag. It's like, "This is Young BP."
Muzz it on a beat, I guess.
Bow, 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 bow.
Brr. I've always wanted, if I were to do something like a different job for a couple days, probably work at like a zoo or something. Cause, like, think about like just chilling with like a pack of lions. It'd be scary.
But what if you had to like clean out the bird cages and that's all you did for 72 hours?
True.
So you'd want to be like working with the lions.
Like something like that. If I had to choose, if I could choose, I'd want to do something working with like animals and stuff like that, just because.
Like pick an animal, like the primates, the African like lions and the elephants.
See, the thing is, the lions, I don't think they would let me in the cages, anyways.
Probably.
But then maybe like, if they were like cubs,
yeah.
you might be able to do something like that.
Pandas,
dude, baby pandas are adorable.
Panda.
But like maybe working with like baby monkeys or something like that.
Yeah,
it'd be pretty fun. Have you seen like the video? This dude was in the wild. He was taking a video. All of a sudden, this silverback gorilla comes out of nowhere, and he's just chilling. And then like it was like the whole gorilla family too. And I think the baby gorilla was like literally like on his back, like kind of like leaning on him, trying to figure out what
the camera was.
Dude is. And he was like, yeah, you just gotta avoid eye contact, and they'll probably just move right on. But if you give them eye contact, that's when it's like
fighting,
a challenge.
Right?
Yeah. So I guess it's like a way.
So guys, don't make eye contact with gorillas. It's bad.
I mean, if you bump into a gorilla, it's just, I mean, it's like a remarkable thing to witness, but at the same time, it must be so scary.
I mean, even with a personality like mine, I don't think I could be friends with a gorilla that fast.
And then continuing on with our top 5 charts, Benji, would you like to? Actually, no, you introduced the last one. I'll get into the 4th one. Top 5 most shocking candidates for idol group names, and the 4th one is. Highlight. So, Highlight had the candidate Genghis Khan.
Oh.
It means that they would conquer all of Asia.
I'm glad they didn't go with that.
It's pretty.
There's going to be people that have trouble with that
pretty
name.
Rude, yeah. I would say
there would be people
so
that have
too.
trouble with that name.
So all of Highlight's members except Yoon Do-jun released a solo song.
Cool.
If you were to do a solo album,
Yeah.
what concept would you want to go? What genre?
Something to do with the ad-libs.
Something to do with
I need to do the
So no lyrics, no words at all, just straight ad-libs.
Just
I'd buy that album, man.
yeah, you're the featured artist, man.
No, I'm the feature.
You're the only one with lyrics in that.
Oh,
entire
really?
track. Yeah.
All right, so continuing on, Benji, can you get us up with the next one?
For five most shocking candidates for idol group names, the third one is 여자친구 or G-Friend.
So 여자친구 had candidate names such as 세계 평화 or World Peace and also Guardian Angels. 예린 of 여자친구 cut her bangs by herself, but they got too short and uneven.
Ooh.
Her fans found it really funny and cute.
Ooh.
Ever tried cutting your own hair? What does that even mean?
Oh.
Oh,
I've never. I style my own hair sometimes.
You style your
but
own
I'm a
hair?
hat guy. Like I'm just too lazy to like do it. I'd rather just like shave it super short, or just have that. You know, like the undercut. You just like shave the sides and just slick everything back.
Oh yeah. Like
You know, the
two-block
G-Easy cut.
Mhm.
The G-Easy cut.
I used to shave my own head. I mean, growing up in like high school, I used to just I pretty much rocked a buzz cut majority of my high school years.
I bet that's super comfy though.
It is so comfortable, especially when you're in an area where it's hot like Georgia,
Yeah.
and like just having no hair just makes it so much more comfortable. You don't get bedhead,
True.
so it's just like
You also can't ever style your hair.
you never need to.
Ooh.
You just and like I always found like whenever I have like long hair, like I hate it when like my sideburns like stick out of the hat.
Oh
or,
yeah,
like,
yeah, I get it.
or like my bangs just stick out of the hat. But like when you have a buzz cut, it's just like you could just literally just throw it on your head anyway, and it's gonna fall like it's gonna look somewhat natural.
Respect to that.
Mhm.
Everybody go buzz your head.
I don't know about that though. Alright, so continuing on, top 5 most shocking candidates for idol group names, and the second one is Mamamoo. So Mamamoo had the candidate name 160 because their average height with their members is 160 centimeters.
Oh my goodness.
How tall are the B.I.G members? Are you
Yeah,
the
I'm trying to
tallest one?
calculate that right. I'm the tallest one by a lot though.
By a lot.
So like the shortest is 170, I think. I think on profile he's actually 172. He's probably 172. And then I actually grew.
You grew?
Yeah, so
You're still growing?
So at debut I was 183, now I'm 185.
I'm jealous, man.
I think it's because my posture got better though, because I was always like
Maybe.
this all the time. Especially because since my members are shorter, to fit in with them, I just intentionally make myself smaller, and then I gain the confidence to stretch my chest and show off my pecs.
So considerate, man.
Of course, man. You know how the boy does it.
Sacrificing your posture for the benefit of the
Dude,
team,
my spine, man.
Mhm.
My spine. No, but I mean, well, I guess you don't have members, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So that means my name would be like 176.
Yeah.
I guess.
178 on profile.
178 on profile. 178 with shoes.
Hey.
And socks. Double socks.
Gachang for the win.
So Hwasa Mamamoo recently ate gopchang or beef intestines on TV show.
Oh,
After
yeah,
that,
yeah.
gopchang was sold out in almost
Yeah.
every single
That's
restaurant.
crazy,
in
dude.
Seoul. You like gopchang?
I'm not a huge fan.
You're not a huge fan?
Because it doesn't break down when you chew it.
True.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Like, I
I know
love
what you
the
mean.
flavor. I love the smell. But then when you start chewing it, I need to have that tearing of meat happen. But you just get like, you end up swallowing a lump.
Because it's definitely kind of rubbery.
Yeah.
A lot of foreigners have a hard time with rubbery style foods,
Yeah.
like chewy foods. But I always kind of liked, like the texture wise.
You like chewing.
I don't. It's not like that I like chewing. It's just I want something different. Like
True.
like having something that's so tender to the point where it's always gonna melt. It just gets boring after a while.
True that.
All right, so it's a long awaited one. We have a hint box. It's gonna help us out with the number 1 spot on our chart. So Benji, can you please give those to us?
Baccarat! Yahtzee. The first hint's too easy. The first hint is a project group. Ooh. The second hint is 생존자들, survivors. And the third hint, 오늘 밤 주인공은 나야 나 네 맘을 훔칠 사람 나야 나 내 너를 띄고
You're just gonna sneak in those ad-libs everywhere, aren't you?
Yep, man.
Yo, but I think those hints were way too easy.
Yeah.
Alright, so everybody make sure to send in your answers right now. One lucky person is going to win a selfie.
Kalibi.
Alright, so we're gonna listen to a song real quick before we come back and reveal which one hit number one. Here is Feels by Calvin Harris, featuring Pharrell Williams, Katy Perry, and Big Sean. And that was Feels by Calvin Harris, featuring Pharrell Williams, Katy Perry, and Big Sean.
Yeah.
Alright, so it is finally time to reveal the number one spot. But before we get into that, Benji, can you please repeat those three hints one last time?
Alright, the hints are a project group, 생존자들 or survivors, and 나야 나.
So
IOI, man.
IOI?
IOI.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, should we get to it?
I think you need to come out on one of those, the girl audition.
The girl one, yeah. Alright, should we get to it? Alright, 5 most shocking candidates for idol groups. First place is, drumroll please, Oh, 101! Woo woo!
Alright, so that was 101. So Benji, can you please tell us what those three hints meant?
Alright, so Project Group 101 was created in an audition program with its famous song 나야 나, Pick Me. And when the show was airing, it asked viewers to submit names for the new idol group. A total of 12,000 names were submitted. And 생존자들, or survivors, was one of the final candidates. So 101 could have actually been 생존자들 or survivors. Which is not a good name, I feel like.
Definitely 101. I mean, they always had like that, like the IOI.
Something to do with 101, whether it looks like it or something like that.
Didn't they cut it down to like 40 something now?
40 something?
Like the new season?
Oh, 48.
48?
Yeah, because I think they did it with the Japan or something. And I think it's part of the AKB 48. Like they try to like bring that over. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure.
So do you think their name is, for the people, it's just going to be like 48 related or something?
Safari?
Maybe.
Hey. Yo, I should be a new like 회사 대표, man. They should make me like a company head for naming.
Is there like a job for like making brand names? Like, you know, like
I know what you're talking about. There should be one.
There should be
and
one.
I should be the.
That's
the
a very
CEO
important thing too, if you think about it, because it has to be catchy.
Yeah.
All right, so unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today's Monday Music Charts.
Are you sure?
Benji, you got any plans for the rest of the day?
So I'm doing an album with Migos coming out soon.
Oh, Migos.
Well, I mean, I'm not on it, and I'm not the feature artist.
I heard,
but you'll hear me on the album.
I heard one of the artists actually got locked up recently.
Oh,
or like maybe last week.
Legit?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well,
he was. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he was doing very not stuff he should have been doing. Yeah, but man, respect to the music that they're making though. Because the music's pretty chill. I tried to do an ad-lib that did not work at all as I thought it would.
Alright, so we're gonna send Benji out here with this next song. Here is Happy Now by Zed and Ellie Doohies. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.